guys, so today you join me from the driver's seat of a 2003 Seat Leon. Now this is a Cupra, not the Cupra R, and it's something that I've wanted to bring to the channel for a very good reason. I have not done a full-on show VAG car before. This, to me, is a show car. It looks the absolute nuts. I think we've all got to agree. I do like my purples though, so I'm a little bit biased to that. But this is the 1.8 turbocharged engine with an exhaust and an intake, so it makes a good burble. It sounds the nuts when it comes on boost as well. Running around the standard 180 brake horsepower, but this is a show car. It isn't about the power in this one. It is bagged on 3P airlift suspension, which actually, I'm very surprised how comfortable this car is. You think show car, you think uncomfortable, you think it's not going to be that nice to drive, and with the stretch tyres as well, you expect it to drive in a certain way. The first thing I've got to admit is it's comfortable. And shout out to the owner, Michael. He actually daily drives this car. He does quite a lot of mileage in it as well, which sort of, I take my hats off to him. I really do, because you wouldn't catch this car doing the journeys that he does, an hour and a half to work and back all the time, with, you know, a freshly resprayed car, freshly resprayed wheels. A lot of people lock these cars away, and I wanted to feature this because I wanted to, like, show you guys especially that these show cars, a lot of people do actually daily drive them, and I've got huge respect for people that do it. Huge respect. You can have a nice car like this and still use it if you so wish to. It is exactly the way I would have one of these. I love my purple. I love the concave of the Japanese racing wheels as well, in a copper chrome, I think this colour is. Sort of like a Cadbury's car, this, where you've got the chocolate wheels with this purple paint. But I've got to admit, driving it round, you wouldn't really expect it to drive this way. I'm very dumbfounded when I tip this into a corner that it doesn't roll around. It doesn't really skip along the road as well. You know, a lot of people, oh, stretch tyres, oh, I'm so scared of stretch tyres. But reality is, I don't think there's actually a lot of problem with it. You've just got to watch what you're doing with having a car like this. If you're going to stretch the tyres and put it on bags, yeah, it's not going to be the best B-roader going, and, you know, you're not really going to go and abuse it too much. But it does still drive really well, and I'm so shocked that it does, because you do jump into some cars and think, oh, this isn't going to drive the way I want it to. This also has the Recaro interior in it. Leather interior, really comfortable actually. It gives a good driving sense, this car. You could cruise to shows in this. You could cruise downtown on a Saturday night, and then you could drive it to work looking really cool as well. Again, purple paint looks so epic. I love it. It's like a proper candy purple as well, this car. The brown coppery sort of feel from the Japanese racing wheels as well, stuck right out with the concave, bit of stretch. Looks really cool. The thing to point out though is this car's been resprayed, it's been completely blown apart for it. And it's no rattles and bangs. It's a good quality product, this. Exactly how you want a show car to be, you know, a resprayed, bagged car. You still want it to be a nice car from the other side of it. And this is exactly what this is. Don't get me wrong, there is a Christmas tree of lights in front of me, but it's an old VAG, that's sort of how it goes. But the owner, Michael, was actually saying that he thinks it's quite funny that it says right next to all of the Christmas lights. I think that's really funny. Most of these VAG cars of this generation will have a light up, and this one has all of the lights up. It is like a Christmas tree in front of you. It's actually a really funny thing. I quite appreciate that. I think it's quite cool. So guys, let's have a quick look around this 2003 Seat Leon Cupra. Now let's start with the outside, because this is probably one of those cars that needs to be introduced for the walk around with the outside shots. Purple Cadbury's paint job on this looks really sick. Shines so well in the light as well. Obviously today it's quite frosty, as you can see, so haven't been able to actually get too much sunlight on this car, but just walking around, the paint depth of this car shows really well. It's got such a cool colour to it. Bit of a flick in the sun as well. You can just see there's a flick there. Loving the purple. I'm a purple colour fan, especially on show cars. Copper on the wheels as well, like a copper chrome colour to go with the sort of Cadbury's feel. Japanese racing wheels with the stretch tyres as well. Sits really, really good, this car, with the 3P air ride system as well. Very comfortable, as you guys have probably seen. The car is really comfortable. It's really not too much of a burden to have the stretch, you know, low profile tyres and the bags as well. Coming round, look at the back, sat so well on that tyre. Really, really good fitment. Paint job is awesome as well. Obviously this hasn't had too much bodywork done to it. I think the aerial's been smooth, front bumper's been smoothed as well, but that's all it needs. All red rears on this one as well. Private plate, looks really, really cool. I'm a big fan of bagged cars, so this is a bit up my street, this sort of thing. Coming inside the car, you have the Recaro leather seats all round, very comfortable. Nice neochrome steering wheel as well, with the black sort of plastic surround on it as well. Neochrome gear knob as well. Very, you know, mundane inside. Really, really comfortable though. I'll show you guys through the 3P air ride system as well, because I definitely think that controller is something that you guys would be really interested in. But as a car, very comfortable. Looks the nuts as well. You've got to admit it looks cool. As the sunlight is sort of coming through, you get to see, just move, you get to see that sort of purple really coming through. So this is the 3P air ride controller. As you can see at the top there, you've got the PSI that's actually in the tank at the moment, and then the presets for all around the car. So if you select the bottom button, there we go, starts to go down, all the way down. You can hear the tank actually releasing all of the pressure there as well. So you only got 2, 3, 1, 0 pressure in the bags, each corner being there, so aired out just at the top there. Then again, come back up, pump comes on, you can see it's just adjusting itself there. So the preset ride height of this actual car is around 44 at the front, 49 at the back, so that gives a really good indication as to how high up you actually are without even touching any of the buttons on the car. You can have the top one as, you know, speed bump height, but you can preset all of these to, you know, whatever you wish really. Obviously the lowest being the low, the highest being the high, and wherever you want to go sort of in between that. It boosts very well as well with the standard power. I think you can still chuck this car about if you want, you know, regardless of stretch tyres. Yes, I know, stretch tyres, oh, it's so scary. Reality is, I've never had a problem with stretch tyres. I know a lot of people will have problems with stretch tyres because that's just how the internet goes. But if you're building a car like this and you want it to sit in a certain way and stance in a certain way, this is the way you would build it. So I think overall with this car, it's exactly what you want from a show car. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to light your pants on fire down any B road. You know, you don't really want to push the limits of the stretch tyres. That's not a problem though. Cars are built differently. People want different things from their cars, and I really, really do appreciate stuff like this. I appreciate cars where people go for looks. I personally have done it in the past. I've had my fair share of bagged cars as well, and I've enjoyed them. I've really, really enjoyed the looks of a car, you know, making it cool, making it sit as well as you want it to, stretching the tyres in, you know, having that full effect in the road. And this is one of those cars, and I appreciate it because this was me 5 years ago. I would have absolutely loved this car. It was something that probably I would have done as well. Purple paint, bagging a car, all that sort of good stuff. It's something that, you know, the previous Jamie especially would have absolutely loved, and I've still got huge respect for it now. On that note, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you like this sort of different feel of car as well. Something a little bit more showy coming to the channel, especially this being the first sort of bagged car as well. I wanted to make it a cool one, and I hope you guys appreciate it. If you did like this car, give the video a thumbs up, smash a comment below, let me know your thoughts on the paint, on the air. If you've got a bagged car as well, let me know your thoughts on the 3P air ride as well. I'm personally quite a big fan, very comfortable system. If you're in the market for one, go and get one. Smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers, guys.
Ryan Little.